The information on this video is still as relevant today as when it was actually recorded a few years ago. Alan the Plumber again. I'm sure a lot of you have got this problem, or had it one time or another, and this is our toilet pan being blocked up. Now I know a lot of times you'd see if you've got a blockage because the water would come up and maybe even go over the top, but a lot of times it just comes up a short way and then drops back, and you might think that there's nothing wrong, but there is actually a block. If that happens like this, and I'll show you, see that coming up there? Now you can see that is blocked. Don't think it's not blocked because it's going to drop away in a minute, which it will do. It does mean it's blocked, and you will have to sort something out before it gets too bad. Now the easiest route to start and see if you can clear this type of thing is to plunge the pan. Now I've got a set of drain rods here. See if you can borrow a set of these if you can from a friend who might have some, or at the very worst you can actually try a mop down there with the loose floppy ends to see if it will plunge it. So now if you look at the water in the pan, you'll see that it's dropped right below, which means it's sucking air and it's pulling it down. It is more likely blocked way down in the drain, I think, but always the easiest method to begin with is to plunge it first. So I always put the plunger rod on my drain rod. I seem to permanently leave this one on, and then we'll give it a plunge and see if this works first. This is the first thing you must try. It's the easiest. Then if this doesn't work, then we'll go down to the drain. So I'm going to flush it now, and we'll give it a plunge like that. Keep it going. Get a good plunge. See if we can get it. Keep it going till the water drops. And you know you've pushed as much down as you can. Okay, let it go. Now we've got to wait a minute for the cistern to fill up, and we'll give another flush and see if we've had any luck. If it doesn't go now, don't bother trying anymore. It means that the drain is blocked outside. So we're just going to give that a minute to fill up now. Going to give it a flush now just to see if our plunger has done the job. If this fills up again now, we know we've got to go down to the drain. So there we go. No, it hasn't done the job. As you can see, it's still back up. This means that our blockage is now way down outside. So now we've got to try and find a manhole, and we'll see if we can find a manhole cover. It'll either be the back of your property or at the front. Now, one or the other. You should have a manhole cover either end of the property. So we're now got to go down and find our main drains. Well, good people, I'm in the garage, and there's our soil stack coming from upstairs where our pan is blocked. It comes down here, and there is actually a cover down there of sorts, but it's under all this rubbish. But I'm not going to go for that one because I've now seen that there is another one outside. Yeah, this is the one here. I think this is the best one to get up. It's just outside the garage, and I think this could be where our problem is. So I'm going to lift this one up now and have a look. Well, we found our problem. Here it is. Look down this manhole. We're pretty full up. That means we're blocked from here into the road somewhere. There's a blockage. So we're going to use these drain rods. We're going to show you how to put these together, and we'll have a go at clearing this one out. Now, I like to use the plunger. Not everybody does. Some people like to use the skewer. There is a skewer one that fits on there, but I like to put a bit of back pressure up. I sometimes find that does clear it. So I'm going to go for this first. Always when you fit these rods on, make sure they're very tight onto the rod, because you don't want them coming loose. So I always grip them up. Just open the grips up a bit more to make sure that they're tight, because you don't want these coming off in the drain. Otherwise you are well and truly in there. Because if you lose it in the drain, you're going to have to get a drain company up here to try and fish them out. So tighten them right up. Make sure that doesn't come off. And get your next one on. Okay. Your next rod on. And again, we'll tighten him up, make sure he's tight. Now, as long as you turn the rods that way, in a clockwise direction, they won't unscrew. But don't ever turn the rods the other way, because you could unscrew the rod, and then you'll end up with your rods stuck down the drain, and you'll be dead trouble then. So whenever you use rods, if you've got a handle on the end, always turn them in a clockwise direction. Okay, so now I've got to see if we can find the drain. So I'm just going to put these two on for now. We'll see if I can find where the hole is. Put I can find it. Yep, I think I've got him there. Yep, I've got him there. So we'll stick another rod on. This is the hardest bit, fishing around for the hole. So once we've got that, put another rod on. And get him down there, and you're starting to pull. Now I try to pull it back and forward, see if I can work that suction up. If I can get a suction going, she might well go. So I can feel it pulling on it. Can you see that pulling on there? And I think it's going to go, I think. Let's have a look. Yep, there she goes. There we go. That's a bit of suction on the rod. It's a little trick I've learnt over the years. It usually does pull it down. I think it's going to carry on and go. And there you are, she's all clear. I've switched straight to this view of it being clear because you wouldn't have wanted to see what was at the bottom going through. It would have put you off your dinner. So there we are, because I was talking about drains. I'll just switch up to the toilet in a minute to show you now that when it flushes it goes down properly and it's not sucked or anything at all like that. So we'll go up there and I'll do that next just to show you the finished thing. But this in actual fact is it. Right, we're back at the toilet pan now, and I'm just going to flush it now and show you that this is how it should be. And as you can see, there's no suck in there now at all, and it's just resuming its level, which is about 1 inch from that bend there. And you can see that's quite normal now. If it's flushing like that afterwards, you know the block is completely and utterly clear. There's no more down there. And that's about it. So thanks again for watching. Derrickton33 for loads of stuff, loads of videos of mine on how to do things. Thanks for watching.